Hello students, we will be discussing now exercise 6.1, ninth question, and the ninth question states that 1 divided by under root of x plus 1 plus under root of x, it is in the denominator, and then we have an integration sign over here. The lower limit is from 0 to 1. Now what we need to do, since we have a square roots in the denominator, what we need to do is rationalize in the sense, what we need to do is that we need to multiply the denominator with square root, but you need to take care that this has to be opposite sign. The sign whatever is there in the denominator, the sign should be in the opposite sign. So once you take opposite sign on the numerator as well as the denominator, both the side you take, then this square root will get removed. Okay, so once you multiply with the opposite sign at the numerator and the denominator, you will get the square of both the terms. But when you get the square, it is in the form of this formula where a minus b, suppose this is a and this is minus b, and this is a plus b, then the answer would be a square minus b square. According to this formula, we have the denominator changed to the square of a square. This is a, the square of the square root of a square, and this square root of x, the square. So this square root is raised to 1 by 2, and square is outside, so both get cancelled. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. Here also square root is raised to x raised to 1 by 2, and there is already a square outside, so both get cancelled, and we will get the square root removed from the denominator, and we will get x plus 1 minus x. On the numerator we will get the term we had multiplied, so this term into 1, you will get the term itself, under root of x plus 1 minus square root of x. Now in the denominator there is x and this is minus x, so these two are opposite signs, so this will get cancelled and we will get 1. So this is the lower limit 0 and the upper limit 1, and on the numerator under root of x plus 1 minus under root of x. Now we had got this term previously, under the lower limit as 0 and the upper limit as 1. Okay, under root of x plus 1 minus x divided by 1. So anything divided by 1 is that term itself. Okay, so we negate for the time being. We don't think that it is divided by 1, so the term itself will come. So integration of 0 to 1 under root of x plus 1 minus x, okay, minus square root of x dx. Now we need to integrate these terms. Before integration, you need to take care is that you need to take this square root and this square root, you need to take the powers of the square root. So powers would be x plus 1 raised to 1 by 2. Okay, raised to 1 by 2. Square root is always raised to 1 by 2, minus, we have taken it from the top, this minus will continue further, and x raised to 1 by 2, okay, into dx. Now what we need to do is that we need to integrate. As you are already aware, when we do integration, the x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus the constant c. So here the when we integrate the first term, x plus 1 raised to half plus 1 divided by half plus 1. Now what is here, it is a composite function. So once this is a composite function, you have to take the derivative of this function. this whole is x, so x plus 1, we have to take the derivative of. Now, discussing what is a composite function, you can see a composite function is a function where we differentiate like a normal function and we take its derivative. So here in integration, the derivative is in the denominator part that you need to understand first. So this is a normal integration wherein you take the integration and x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. The same function is over here, but uh, the difference is in the composite function. Composite function, you need to take the integration and then 1 divided by, it will come in the denominator, differentiation of the term. Whatever term is there, you have to take the derivative. Okay, so you need to take the derivative of that term. Similarly, in this also, in this case, x plus 1 raised to half is a composite function. So, like a normal function, we will be doing x plus 1 raised to half plus 1, denominator also half plus 1, okay. And we have to take the derivative in the denominator. Derivative of what? The term. X plus 1, we need to take the derivative. Once you take the derivative of d by dx, it will be 1, and this the second term d by dx of 1, it will be a constant, so the answer will be 0. So 1 plus 0, the answer will be 1 itself. Now x raised to 1, x raised to half plus uh, x raised to half plus 1 and x raised to half, you will get x raised to 3 by 2 and divided by 3 by 2. Here also x raised to 1 half plus 1, you will get 3 by 2 and divided by 3 by 2. Since this is 1, you will get 3 by 2. You have to take the LCM. 2 into 1 plus 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. That is how we got 3 by 2. Okay. Here also every term half, half plus half, you have to take the LCM. So 2 into 1, 3 by plus 2 plus 1, you will get 3 by 2. So x raised to 3 by 2, here also 3 by 2. Now 3 by 2, whatever you have got over in the denominator, when it goes to the numerator, it becomes the inverse. It becomes the opposite. 3 by 2 will become 2 by 3. It becomes the opposite. So here this 3 by 2 has gone on top and become 2 by 3, and here also 3 by 2 has gone on top, it has become 2 by 3, and the terms whichever was there on top will continue down. X plus 1 raised to 3 by 2 and x raised to 3 by 2. Okay, so now you have to put the limits. You have, close the bracket and you have to put the limits. Since you have integrated and this is your answer, you have to close the bracket and put the lower limit 0 and the upper limit 1. Here also lower limit 0, upper limit 1. So now 2 by 3 is common. You have to take 2 by 3 out of the square bracket. So you have taken 2 by 3 out of the square bracket. Inside the bracket, x plus 1 raised to 3 by 2 minus x raised to 3 by 2. Limit is square bracket close. 1 is the upper limit, 0 is the lower limit. So 2 by 3 you have kept it outside. Now what you need to do, instead of x, once you need to put once you need this whole term, you need to put 1 over here, since the upper limit is 1, minus this second term you have to put. Second lower term is 0, so instead of x you have to put 0. So here the first term will become, when you put 1 instead of x, 1 plus 1 raised to 3 by 2 minus, instead of x you will be putting 1 raised to 3 by 2 minus, because you are minusing upper limit from the lower limit, that is why you have to put minus, square bracket open, instead of x you have to put 0, and the same thing, plus 1 raised to 3 by 2 minus, instead of x you will be putting 0 raised to 3 by 2. So all of these terms you can see 0 raised to 3 by 2 is 0 itself, and 1 raised to 3 by 2 you will get 1, and here 1 plus 1 you will get 2, 1 raised to 3 by 2 you will get 1. So 2 raised to 3 by 2 you have got minus, and this minus 1 from this bracket you have got. So 2 raised to 3 by 2 will 2 divided by 3, 2 divided by 3 is outside, 2 divided by 3 is outside, in bracket 2 raised to 3 by 2 minus 1 minus 1. Okay. Now we are continuing 6.1, the ninth question. 2 by 3 we had taken it outside. 2 raised to 3 by 2 minus 1 minus 1. This we had got previously. Okay, the minus 1 and minus 1 will become minus 2, and 2 raised to 3 by 2 will become 2 root 2. Now how it became 2 root 2? I have written it over here. 2 raised to 3 by 2 can be written as 2 raised to half into 3. Okay, because 3 into half you will get the answer as 3 by 2 itself. So 2 raised to half is square root. Okay, so square root of 2 into raised to 3. So it means you have to multiply root 2 root 2 root 2 3 times. So when you multiply 2 times, the square root will get removed and you will get 2. And the third time when you multiply with root 2, you will get 2 root 2. So that is how 2 raised to 3 by 2, we got 2 root 2. So here you have got 2 root 2. This is minus and minus will become 2. Now 2 root 2 and 2. Here 2 is common, so you have to take 2 outside. So outside you have 2 by 3 into 2. 2 by 3, 2 divided by 3 into 2. And in bracket you have root 2 minus 1. So the numerator 2 into 2, 4. 4 divided by 3 into bracket root 2 minus 1. That is the final answer for 6.1, the ninth answer. Hello students, now we will be discussing 6.1, the 10th problem. This is an important question. 6.1, the 10th problem. Okay, here we have the lower limit as 1 and the upper limit as 2. Okay, integration of 3x divided by 9x minus 1 dx. So now if you take the derivative of this function 9x minus 1, 9 is a constant, will go outside. Okay, you will get its derivative as 2x. Okay, you will get this derivative as 2x. Then the derivative of 1 is 0. Okay, so here the derivative is 2x, and 9 is there outside, and the 2x you will get 18. 9 2s are 18x. So you have to bring over here on top 18x to solve this, because according to this the formula, the corollary states that integration of f dash of x is there on the numerator. If f of x is there in the denominator, then you can solve this integration by log of f of x plus the constant c. So you have to bring over here 18x. 3x is already there, so you have to multiply over here by 6. Okay, so we have to multiply and divide by 6. So 1 by 6 will go outside the integration sign, and the numerator you will get 6 into 3, and this will turn as 18x. Now this f of x and f dash of x, we can solve this using this formula. F dash of x f divided by f of x is equal to log of f of x. So we can use by we have already solved this corollary, and dy by dx is there on top, and this is f of x. Okay, we get using this formula log of f of x. So f of x is 9 square minus 1. Okay, so here the 9 square minus 1, log of 9 square minus 1, the upper limit, uh, this integration sign, you can see the lower limit is 1 and the upper limit is 2. So you have to put over here the lower limit as 1 and the upper limit as 2. So now what you will do is that you have to put, instead of x, you have to put first the upper limit. So you will be putting 9x square, and instead of x you will be putting 2 and the square minus 1 minus log of, again the same thing you have to write, f of x. So instead of x you will be putting the lower limit now, 9 into 1 square minus 1. So here the 2 square will get converted to 4. So 9 fours are 36 minus 1. So you will get 35. Here 9 1 square would be 1 itself minus 1. Okay, so 9 into 1 you will get 9 minus 1 and you will get 8. So you have got 35 minus log 8. Okay. Now you will be solving this using this formula. In this formula it shows that log m minus log n is equal to log m divided by n. So here this formula will get converted, log 35 minus 8 will get converted using this formula. Here m is 35 and n is 8. 1 by 6 is taken from the top, is carry forwarded here, and this will get converted to 35 divided by 8 using this formula. This is the final answer. 6.1, the 11th problem. So 11th question is very important. This has come in the board exam. So this question states that I means integration is equal to, lower limit is 1, upper limit is 3. Okay, and we have to take the integration of log x into dx. Okay, so if there is nothing mentioned, so we can take 1 dx. Okay, 1 dx, answer is same. Okay, 1 into dx and dx is same. Okay, and lower limit will be 1, upper limit will be 3, log x into 1 into dx. Why we have taken 1 is that we can do u into v. That is the reason why we have taken 1. So integration of u into v will give you, first you have to take this, if you are considering as suppose it is v and this is u. Okay, so firstly we have to take this is suppose v and this is u. So u we have to take first. Okay, log of x is u. Okay, integration of v, first integration of v we have to put, then we have to put a minus sign, then there will be a bigger integration sign, we have to take the square root open, we have to take derivative of u, then the same thing what we have taken outside, integration of v. Okay, v would be 1 into dx, then square bracket will be completed into dx, and we have to put the limit from 1 to 3. Okay, so here we had done is u we had taken as log x, integration of v into v dx would give you v is 1. So 1 into dx is integration of dx. So dx will give you, integration of dx will give you x minus, bigger integration sign is there inside this a derivative of log, we have taken u, derivative of u is 1 by x. So we have written 1 by x. Then integration of 1 into dx is dx itself. So we'll get x. Okay, integration of dx will give you x. So here the denominator and the numerator x will get cancelled, and we will get this dx into 1. The dx which is outside will get, and inside will get the whole term as 1. Okay, so 1 into dx will be dx itself. Integration of dx will give you x. Okay, so finally we have got log x into x minus, the minus sign is there in between, minus x. Then we have to put the limit. Lower limit is 1, upper limit is 3. Okay, and then x, we are arranging it properly. X into log x is log x into x. 3 into 2 or 2 into 3 is one and the same. That is why we are taking log x before and log behind. So x log x, the same thing we have rearranged. Minus x, we have put the lower limit and the upper limit. Now what we need to put? We need to put the value of x. Firstly, upper limit we need to put. So while putting the upper limit, instead of x we will put the value of x is 3 in the upper limit. So instead of x we will put 3 log, and instead of x we will be putting 3 minus sign, and again instead of x we will put it 3. Now the upper limit is minused with the lower limit, so we will be putting the minus sign. So minus sign, bracket open, the same thing you have to write again. X, instead of x you will be putting 1 log x, and instead of x you will be putting 1 log 1 minus instead of x you will be putting 1. So now 3 log 3 minus 3, this minus sign will be common for both, so we have to be very careful. So this minus sign, 1 log 1, this minus and minus will give you plus. So this minus sign has turned into plus because there is a minus sign outside. So plus 1. You have to remember log 1 is 0 itself. So the value of log 1 is 0. So this term will become 0. 3 log 3 minus 3 minus 1 into log 1 is 0 plus 1. So log 3 minus 3 minus 0 plus 1. Okay, and 3 log 3 minus plus will give you minus 2. So for final answer is 3 log 3 minus 2. Thank you.